time for heresy once again, and I am Christian Piatt, your Heretic's Guide to the Bible. This week for Sunday, May 5th, the theme is It's Not Fair. And so we're talking a little bit about the difference between what is fair and what is just, and different kinds of justice and things like that. First, in the Gospel, we've got John 14, verses 23 through 29, and Jesus is talking about his coming ascension, or what I call Jesus in space. And then we've also got a second gospel reading, John 5 verses 1 through 9, in which Jesus heals a guy who has been waiting by this pool, which supposedly has healing properties. He's been waiting there for 38 years, and people keep beating him to it. And he also happens to do this on the Sabbath, which according to the Jewish tradition is a no-no. Then we've got Acts 16 verses 9 through 15, and in this one, Paul has a vision, and the disciples, they end up going to Macedonia, which was a colony in the Roman territories, and there they meet Lydia and her family, and they convert to Christianity. Then she invites Paul and all his peeps into her house as guests, but only if they deem her to be worthy or faithful. Then we got Psalm 67, which is yet another psalm of praise. Shocking. And this one is about how God has blessed all of humanity and for judging humanity with what they call equity. So then we got our reading from Revelation chapter 21, in which the author of Revelation envisions a new Jerusalem, and God is actually the new temple in this new Jerusalem. All darkness is cast out. Then we got some interesting tension between this tree of life, which actually bears fruit to feed and heal all the nations, but then we also have this book of life in which your name has to be written in order to get into this new Jerusalem. So we're continuing to sort of explore this idea of what is clean, what is unclean, what is dark, what is light, what is worthy, what is unworthy, what is fair and unfair. And it actually makes me think of this story that my wife tells me about when they used to fight about who got the bigger piece of cake. So what their parents did was actually let one kid cut the pieces of the cake, and then the other one gets to pick which one they want first. So often when we're talking about what's fair, we're talking about what we get in comparison to somebody else. But is God as concerned about what is fair as we are? When we talk about justice and we figure like eye for an eye, we want people to get what they deserve. We want to be able to make it right, make sure everybody is even in the end. And does God's justice really work that way? One of the concepts I explore in this study is the difference between restorative justice and retributive justice. I believe that restorative justice is more of that typical old school human eye for an eye, you get what's coming to you kind of a justice, which is all about getting what's fair. Whereas restorative justice is about making things right or making things whole again. It doesn't necessarily mean that everybody gets treated the same. And over again throughout Scripture, we see that God's justice isn't fair by human terms. So you want to learn more, you want to read the rest of the study, you want to be a part of the discussion, want to tell me what you think? Come on over to the Heretic's Guide to the Bible. Click on the banner below. For $5 a month, you can be part of the heretical tribe, and we'll see you there.